Well, let me show you my kitchen setup. Hopefully the birds won't be too loud. I make these. These are just I slide these down here, and they have a little, kind of like a little brace right here. I slide these under here, and this just, when I pull this out, it keeps it from hitting the tailgate. Another thing I have is this. This is all homemade. I put a little foot with a thread on here, and this is gonna thread right under here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You just slide this out. Right here is where my leg. This is just a brace that screws under here, and it'll keep it from sagging down. Once I pull it out, it gets pretty heavy, so I just screw this in here, and it'll keep my the board from sagging once I pull it out. Right here I have my little DIY kitchen. Let me show you a little bit. Here's my this is my, I can use this as a counter, or I can use it as a sink, and I'll show you how that works. This is the lid. I put a couple of these little, not sure what they're called, but these little deals that I found at Walmart. I think they were like $16 for the pair, and a little tricky. They're a little tricky to install. You have to mess with them. You can see where I did put them here and it didn't work, so I had to move them up here. I usually just hang my paper towels here on a little bungee. This slides out. I still haven't figured out where I'm going to put that. This is my stove, and this is right here is my utensils. I have a slide out cutting table, cutting board. Here I have my Butane Pro Stove. It's just a one burner stove that we use. Real convenient. It's got the little cans that go on the side. You just slide it in, align the little notch, and then you just lock it and turn it on, and it comes on. Also down here we have our coffee pot, little bag, some miscellaneous stuff. We got some foil, and then this is our cookware. We got some pots and pans. We got some dishes, a couple of plates, some spoons, and a couple of little bowls slash coffee cups. This is where I carry all of my cooking utensils. And this is where I carry my knives, spatulas, tongs, and spoons. I just made this on a sewing machine. Not don't sew real good, but it wasn't too bad. Did this with my vinyl machine. This right here is just some PVC that I put together, and what it is, I have a LED strip right here, and then I got the connector right here, and here's the plug. So if you can see it, just slides in here, and I just plug this into my battery. This other side just comes right here. As you can see, my LEDs are right here. Battery pack. It puts out pretty good light, and I can turn it. Uh, it should be, it comes with a little remote where you can change the color of the light, and I usually leave it either green or blue because the mosquitoes at night, you start, if I put it on white, you start getting a whole bunch of bugs coming around. And it, like I say, it gives off pretty good light. I have another slide out on this side. Here's our sink, and I'll show you how this works on my kitchen side. For my sink, I just take this out. I have some tabs here that I turn. These tabs are just to hold that little spacer in here. Then I grab my little fold-out bucket, put it right there. This is my faucet. Faucet goes right here, and it's got some magnets here and a big washer. I'm missing a couple of magnets that came off last night. So my hose is hooked up to a little water container I have back here. I have these are just little fittings that I got at Lowe's. I put my hose through here and screw this back on. And this little faucet is rechargeable. I bought this at Amazon. So this is my sink right here. Just turn that on, and you got water. Simple. One touch. And I'm not using the sink. I just turn these tabs back out and put my board back in here, like so. Here I have my 48 quart Arsenic refrigerator. I think that's what it's called. I bought this a few months ago, and it's been working pretty good. Cools down fast. Here's all the little control panel, on, off, up and down. It's pretty much all you need. It does have where you can lower the voltage as far as where it can cut off, so it won't drain your car battery in case you're plugged into your car. But I usually have it plugged into a solar powered generator. This little cover I made myself. Not the best, but it helps with the in the summertime. It keeps it a little cooler in there. I wish I would have made it a different color because it does get hot with the black. But hopefully this summer I can change it to maybe a gray and a different kind of material so it won't be absorbing so much heat. But it's a pretty nice refrigerator. So it all slides out. This is 3/4 inch plywood. I don't have any rollers down here. Like I say, I have these little boards just to keep it off the tailgate and keep it a little bit more level. And on those boards, I think you saw where I had those white little strips, and I'll show you in here. I don't know if you can see, but those white little strips are nothing but a cutting board that I bought at Walmart. I think probably I bought 2 cutting boards, and just like this one, and I cut them into strips, drill a little hole, and screw them onto the bottom of the shelf of the slide out. And that's why it just when they slide in and out, they slide pretty good. I had some other little ball bearings under here, but I didn't like the way they were noisy, and they moved all over the place. So I went for these little pieces of cutting board. They work pretty well. I have another slide out here. It does the same thing. It rides on those cutting boards. And I have another slide out right here where I carry my rods and reels. Table. I have another stove. Rod holders. Also have a barbecue pit. A little fire. Little barbecue pit, I guess you can call it. I actually have the box right here. It's a portable notebook barbecue pit. So it folds up pretty small. We just built a little fire there. I also carry a little oven. We made some cinnamon rolls in there. They were pretty good. That's pretty much it on my slide out kitchen. This little box right here, I just carry some charcoal and extra miscellaneous stuff here. I do have a 12 volt plug down there that I installed myself for the battery. When I'm driving, I can plug in my refrigerator and it'll cool it down just enough to when I get to my campsite, it's already pre-cooled. So that's pretty much it on my slide out kitchen.